past 15 years, the close-knit community at SIS has allowed me to address the audience on this very stage and look at performers at different lights, eye to eye. I've hence learned the ability and the necessity to construct my own syllabus guide that encapsulates my point of view rather than blindly following one that has been pre-scripted for me. And now that most of us are going to other countries to pursue our education, it is our duty to maintain this uniquely South Asian vantage point to conserve and crystallize it.
The school has a wonderful slogan, Carpe Diem. Is that right? What is it? Seize the day or seize the moment? But I think we should seize the moment. While of course, we shouldn't let opportunities go by, shouldn't lose even a single day in what happens as we go forward. In a sense, it's a very beautifully coined motto or principle that the school is designed around, Carpe Diem. Truly, each one of us has a calling in life, will have opportunities as we move through the various stages of our life. And at each moment, we are going to get probably worried about what's going to happen next. We're always going to be worried about different paths in life, different callings in life. I can clearly see one politician coming up in Ayushman. And a poet come politician is even better.
Another thing which I want to share with you, and I share this very, very often, is that I tell people that the most powerful letter in the alphabets, I keep asking people, which letter is the most powerful letter? And I want to tell you that the most powerful letter is the letter P. Not because power starts with P, but P is the most powerful letter. And I'll tell you why. And I'm a really, really strong believer in this. And this has come because of my late father, by the way, whose name also was with P. P stands for purpose. I think without that, there's nothing. P also stands for passion, which will drive your purpose. P also stands for prayer. I know that some of youngsters, though in your hearts you believe this, but you may not want to always hear, but prayer is something you will realize as you go along, that there is a divine power that will always be there. And we must always remember that in our hearts. So prayer is there, which is again P. Then of course power is there, which is again P. Then of course paisa bhi hai, which is P. So I tell people कि ये जो अक्षर P है, ये एक बहुत ही पावरफुल एक अक्षर है. और इसके जो अलग अलग, जैसे मैंने भी कहा आप लोगों से कि पावर, पैशन, आपका जो पर्पस, ये सब इससे जुड़ा हुआ है. और मेरा ये मानना है कि हमारे यूथ को अगर हम लोग ये लेटर P को अपने मन में सोचकर अगर ये अलग अलग जो मैंने क्वालिटीज आपको बताएं, इसको आप आगे रखकर अगर आप काम करेंगे, मुझे विश्वास है कि आपको एक डायरेक्शन मिलेगा जो आपके जिंदगी के लिए एक बहुत जरूरी चीज है.
Now that IB is over and our time as school students is coming to an end, we have the unique opportunity to truly begin the game of life, pursue our passions and dreams and strive for greatness. But in my opinion, greatness is not measured by the amount of money and recognition you gain for your achievements. Rather, it is measured by the positive impact that you have on the lives of other people, by your ability to make them smile and feel happy and optimistic. To conclude, Alan Turing and also Benedict Cumberbatch famously said that sometimes it is the people no one can imagine anything of who do the things no one can imagine. Each and every one of you out there has the potential to do something extraordinary. So believe in yourself and remember that you are the hero of your own story. I wish you all the very best for your future.
It really has been a great pleasure to be here. The obvious attractiveness of the campus, the extremely bright, well-spoken children I have come across so far, the efficient and very pleasant faculty and administrators and head who have been welcoming me. I've really felt that this has been a terrific, terrific place to be at on a very special occasion.
But irrespective of where we go to university or what we go on to achieve in our lives, I know that what we gain during our time at SIS will keep us connected and grounded. Whether it was our subjects or diving into our co-curriculars, we've acquired a myriad of incredible qualities that are bound to work wonders in the years ahead. There's so much that I've learned in my Ivy years, but what I felt was most important to share with all of you is that sometimes not everything is under our control. You can't blame yourself if things do not go the way you expected, because a lot of the times, what we assume to be a mistake is actually one of the best things that could have ever happened. It simply requires some time to realize that. I've learned that a strong, successful person is not defined by their grades or even their acceptances, but rather by how they choose to keep their head held up high when life hits a curveball.
And I'm also so glad to know that the school offers film and theatre as a subject to graduate with. So congratulations to the faculty and all the teachers here and the head of the school. And congratulations to all the parents and all you wonderful students. But I just have a little thing to say, a few words of advice from my experience in life. And I just like to tell you all that there's no compensation for hard work. So please work hard, be sincere, be honest, and truly believe in your dreams. Because one day those dreams will come true if you all are really sincere in what you all do, just like mine.
You have many challenges to face. I am sure your stint at this institute, at this school, will give you a tremendous strength to look at what is happening. And also, you have one responsibility, in my opinion. All of you had that privilege of learning. While it has given you capability, does it put any responsibility on you? I believe yes. I believe each one of you should, in your own way, look at future. While you improve your skills, you improve your own capabilities, you achieve greater heights, you also need to see how what you have acquired, what you are doing can help the society around you, how you can address the problems of the society and contribute to their betterment.
One action of yours which will make you great all day, for which you'll be remembered, and then you make history. You won't be the page in history. This one idea should drive you for the rest of your life. To do this, of course, you first have to set a goal, but do set it high, set it very high. Second is acquire knowledge continuously. You know, even today, basically, you continue to acquire knowledge from cradle to grave. Third, of course, hard work and devotion. And remember, hard work is not optional. There's no question. Fourth is finally perseverance. This distinguishes the strong from the weak.
You are climbing on a ladder of excellence which is limitless. The only limit is the limit that you put on yourself.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I kindly request that all mobile phones be set on silent mode. We have gathered here today to celebrate a momentous milestone in the lives of our 97 remarkable young men and women. Please join me in rising to welcome the graduating batch class of 2025 as they enter the auditorium, led by the administrators and teachers. Let's give them a warm and enthusiastic round of applause. I request parents to please stand to welcome them. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty members, parents, and graduates, welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2025. To the graduates, today is your day, a moment that marks the culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and hard work. Through sleepless nights and countless challenges, you have shown remarkable resilience, strength, and determination. As we celebrate your academic achievements, we also honor the personal growth, courage, and tenacity that brought you here. This is not just a celebration. Our school director, Mrs. Sharoni Malik, our school principal, Mr. Stephen Willoughby, the upper division head, Mr. Absalom Museve, and the IB Diploma Program Coordinator, Dr. Shirley Pereira.
कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रामृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा
Thank you, everyone. I now invite our school principal, Mr. Stephen Willoughby, to address the audience.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Distinguished guests, proud parents, dedicated faculty, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. No cheering yet. What a joy it is today. It's been years in the making. Unfortunately, I've only been here one, so I'm getting to the end of those years, but it has been years in the making. A day of caps and gowns and tight hugs and quiet pride, because you should all be really, really proud of what you've done and how you've been. Today is more of a ceremony. It's a celebration of achievement. And yes, also the people that you've become on this journey to this moment. You're walking out here as thinkers, dreamers, collaborators, and global citizens, but above all, I hope you're walking out as good human beings. When I sat down to write this, I thought of all the things people would say at graduations: follow your dreams and work hard, learn from your mistakes, and, you know, all of those are true. They are true. But I really wanted to offer something different. I felt a little bit more personal and perhaps a little bit more important for the world the way it is right now. Because if there's one thing we need, especially now, it's not just smart people, it's good people. Not perfect, not always certain, not confident, but curious, kind, and brave. People who try, fail, try again, not because they have to, because they care. Now, before we go any further, I want to pause and say, you didn't get here alone, okay? You put in the hours and the effort and the late nights and the deadlines, but it's taken a whole community to get where you are and to shape who you are today. To our teachers and the staff, thank you. You've challenged and championed these young people with grace and grit and belief. You've been more than educators, you've been mentors, you've been role models, and more often than not, you've been emotional counsellors. To our parents and the families, thank you. You've done the invisible work, the encouragement, the emotional support, the car rides, the crying, the laughter, and the text reminding them how they did in their exams. And you've also prompted them to drink water and eat their greens and all the other stuff. Your love is visible, and in every success that these young graduates do. Now, you've probably heard of James Dyson, so I do have to bring an example. He's the vacuum cleaner guy. And I didn't know this, but he made over 5,000 prototypes before he actually got what he's got today. And that means it's 5,126 moments where giving up would have made sense. But he didn't. And the reason was, it wasn't about engineering and it wasn't about failure. It was he wanted to put something back. He wanted to give back. So yeah, there's a lesson there about perseverance, but there's also a deeper message. It's not about succeeding, it's about serving. So that really brings me to what I really want to say today. And the most important project you'll ever work on is yourself. You're going to be engineers, lawyers, financiers, whatever. But the most important thing or person you have got to concentrate on is you. That means being honest, especially when no one's watching, being kind, even when it's inconvenient, owning your mistakes without losing your integrity, and listening, really, really listening, especially when you disagree. So, because while the world is still a measure in grades and degrees and promotion and paychecks, is that a real measure of your life? No. You have to think, did someone feel safe when you're there, in your presence? Did you lift someone's spirits up when they were down? Did you make space more welcoming, more thoughtful for every interaction, everybody you meet? And yes, of course, make mistakes. Make lots of mistakes. As a very learned person said, go out and make interesting mistakes, make amazing mistakes, make glorious and fantastic mistakes, break rules, leave the world more interesting for you being here. So, what kind of mistakes? Not the ones that are going to get you arrested. I know what you're like, grade 12. I know you so well, okay? So, no, but seriously, the mistakes are part of life, and what matters is how you respond to those mistakes. Do you blame others, or do you learn? And I think what we've tried to instill into you at Singapore International School is that you learn. So, be bold, not only at the cost of empathy. Be ambitious, but don't forget to lift others with you. And be proud, not just what you've done, but who you are becoming, which is amazing young men and women. As you step forward, take with you not just knowledge, but wisdom, not just memories, but meaning, not just plans, but purpose. You are deeply loved, even though you mightn't think it. We do love you up here. And that's why sometimes we have been very strict on you. But we do. We love you. So, welcome to your graduation day. And even though I've only known you for 1 year, I am so proud of you. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Willoughby. The graduation oath is a solemn affirmation of our graduates' commitment to ethical conduct, professionalism, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. It stands as a reminder of the responsibilities they carry and as an inspiration to contribute meaningfully to the world around them. As our graduating students prepare to step into life beyond school, they will pledge to become responsible and compassionate citizens in an ever-evolving world. Leading this momentous occasion are our outgoing head prefects, Rahi Soni and Shashwat Saraugi. We now invite them to come forward and take their place on stage. The oath will be administered by the Upper Division Head, Mr. Absalom Musevi. Students, please rise for the oath.
Thank you, Ina, our chief guest, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I request the graduating students to stretch their right hand as we take the oath, and you will repeat this after me. We, the graduating class of Singapore International School,
we, the graduating class of Singapore International School,
swear to uphold the school values of politeness and respect,
diligence and understanding,
patience and diplomacy,
patience and diplomacy,
caring for and helping others,
caring for and helping others,
promoting principled living,
promoting principled living,
and the good name of the school.
and the good name of the school.
We reaffirm our commitment to Carpe Diem,
We affirm our commitment to Carpe Diem,
to make the best of each day.
to make the best of each day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Museve. Our head prefect, Rahi Soni, will now address the gathering on behalf of the graduating batch of 2025.
Good evening, distinguished guests, faculty members, parents, and the class of 2025. Today is not just a celebration of academic milestones. It's a tribute to the strength, resilience, and spirit of a group of students who refused to give up. To the class that faced challenges head-on, showed up when it mattered the most, and proved that excellence isn't just about grades, but about excellent character and spirit. It has been my greatest honor to serve as your head prefect, and an even greater privilege to grow up alongside each and every one of you. To our loving teachers and coordinators, thank you. Thank you for your patience, your guidance, and for pushing us even when we flat out refused to budge. To our coordinators, thank you for being our anchors, especially when we tested every deadline and occasionally your patience. You made it possible for us to get our work done and also chase our ambitions, whether it was dance practices, staybacks for ISSO, or MUNs. Ms. Shirley's cabin in particular became something of a second home during the IB years. Whether we were being scolded for missing a TOKSA deadline or just wanted to talk about the movie we watched the night before, it was our safe space. Students have really faced their worst fears and heard the loudest praises within those four walls. To our parents, thank you for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves, for the sacrifices, the patience, and for every late night pickup, mid-exam pep talk, and last-minute form you helped us print. And to my classmates, where do I even begin? I joined SIS in the 9th grade, but it didn't take long to feel like I belonged. This place has a way of wrapping you in. Maybe it was the smell of Lama Sir's cheese chili toast in the cafeteria, or the way the whole school would pause to watch inter-house basketball on the court. Maybe it was the countless moments where we cheered each other on, whether it was our grades band performing, regardless of the numerous technical errors we made, or our whole class dancing on stage to iconic Bollywood songs on Teachers' Day. As you can see, our grade has had a lot of school spirit, possibly too much. Whether it was missing frees for last-minute dance practices or enthusiastically supporting our classmates, we knew how to show up for each other, with energy and maybe a little bit of chaos. And that same spirit showed up outside classroom as well. I remember our trek to Kalsubai during our IOIP, and some of us were out of breath, others questioning their life choices, and the top felt impossibly afar. But not once did anyone get left behind. We waited, we encouraged, we shared snacks and even complaints, and somehow we all made it to the top together. That day reminded us that it's not just about reaching the peak, but it's about getting there side by side. That's what the last couple of years have been like. SIS was always more than a school. It really was a home away from home. It wasn't just about studying 8 hours a day, but about living those hours together. And while the academics were really intense, the relationships we built even made the pressure feel worth it. As we now step outside these gates and say bye to Krishna Bhaiya for one final time, I think about how we've navigated this journey. Not always smoothly, but always together. We've stumbled, sprinted, and occasionally tripped over each other's bags left in the corridor, even though Absalom Sir did remind us to constantly put them in the cubbies. But somehow, like a complicated dance routine that we never practiced before assemblies, we did make it to the end. Imperfect, but in sync. This is possibly the last time that we'll all be in the same room, in these robes, at this moment. But that doesn't mean it's the end of what we've built here. So I want to leave you with a line from a song called Scott Street by Phoebe Bridgers. Anyway, don't be a stranger. Text when you get your first job, or when you realize you have no idea what you're doing in it. Call when you're getting married, or when you need a +1 to feel like you're not alone. Message when you need your help lying your way out of a parking ticket, or just when you're missing home. Be it a casual hello or an occasional wave when we bump into each other on the street. Whatever the reason, please don't be a stranger and do stay in touch. To the class of 2025, you are unforgettable. I can't wait to see where each one of you lands, what lives you build, and how you'll change the world in ways only you can. Thank you for letting me be a part of this chapter of your story, and thank you for being a part of mine. Here's to everything we were, everything we are, and everything we're about to become. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahi. We have the privilege and honor to have with us as chief guest, Chief Justice C.K. Thakkar. Justice C.K. Thakkar is a distinguished former judge of the Supreme Court of India, known for his judicial acumen and significant contributions to Indian legal literature. Born in Mandir, Gujarat, he began his legal career after earning his LLB from MP Shah Law College, Jamnagar, and his LLM from Gujarat University. He commenced practice in 1968 at the Gujarat High Court and served as a part-time law lecturer before being elevated as a judge of the Gujarat High Court in 1990. Justice Thakkar later served as a Chief Justice of the Himachal Pradesh High Court in 2000 and the Bombay High Court in 2001, and briefly held the post of Acting Governor of Maharashtra in 2002, before his elevation to the Supreme Court of India in June 2004. He retired in November 2008. An eminent jurist and author, Justice Thakkar is widely respected for his authoritative text on administrative law, civil procedure, and his revision of the law of writs and the law of crimes. His works have been lauded by eminent jurists across India, the UK, and the USA. His lordship is considered instrumental in shaping contemporary legal discourse and continues to guide practitioners and the judiciary. I request our principal, Mr. Stephen Willoughby, and our director, Mrs. Sharoni Malik, to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you, Mrs. Malik, and thank you, Mr. Willoughby. We now request our chief guest, Chief Justice C.K. Thakkar, to address the gathering.
all elderlies and friends, particularly my students. I am extremely happy to be with you today. In fact, when I was told that you will be coming as for getting degree, I was surprised whether it is graduation, because as far as I am concerned, older generation, it is only after 11th, that was when I had studied, it was SSC, secondary school examination. And thereafter 4 years, BA, BSc, BCom, you might be knowing also. But I was told that it is 12th and after 12th graduation, but thereafter it starts. So far as those students are concerned, I am told that they would be leaving this school and they will be going now for their respective careers, whatever in that. I will not give that long lecture, but 2 to 3 things I want to tell you to the students. First of all, or the first message is that accept uncertainty in life. You will have to bear in mind. In fact, education, that is why it is necessary. When Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar was invited to one function in a school, I had read in the book, and he said that, sir, what is the message to be given to the students for future India? Because you are future India. And what is the message? And he said, message is education, education, and education. So first is that you always remain a student of law. I may tell you that I am coming from a very small village in Gujarat, and older generations must be knowing that though it is Gujarat now, but when I was born in 40s, it was Big Bombay. In fact, when I became the Chief Justice of Bombay High Court, and first time I had gone to Pune, Chief Justice was there, Chief Justice of India, Justice Bharucha was also there, I was also there. And when my turn came, in my lecture I said that I have long association with Pune. And they were surprised that how that I was in, say, interior part of Saurashtra, and that how you have long associations with Pune. And older generation again must be knowing that at that point of time, SSC board was only in Pune, not in Gujarat. And it was up to 1960. And fortunately, I had passed SSC examination in 1960. I appeared in March 1960. Gujarat was not there. I appeared in that examination. And when I got my this certificate, it was in June. But since and by 1st May, Gujarat came into existence, but I got certificate from Pune SSC board. So first is that you must be a student for all time. Even in judiciary also, I am addressing from grassroots level to High Court judges and Chief Justices also. Our institution is there, Bhopal, if you are aware. I said that never forget, don't think that you know everything. It is said that Gnan Agad hai, if you have heard that expression. Agad means it is a very vast. So don't consider yourself that you know everything. Continue to study, and that study must remain forever. So first of all, you will continue as students for all time to come. Then never think that you know everything and therefore you do not know it. Then second is, you will have to, maybe that you want to earn money. I don't say that don't do it. But then stick to some principles. As far as young persons are concerned, jurists, lawyers, or whatever, in whichever field you will go, you continue to occupy, that's it. Keeping in mind the message which you want to convey to the people. You want to convey to your students. You want to convey to your staff. You want to convey to entire society at large. So keep in mind that fact, and that thereafter there is no difficulty. And third I want to tell you is that take a fact in your hand, or whatever work you want to do it, you will do not for you only, but for society, for nation, for country. Because ultimately, as I had told you, you are tomorrow's India. And if you are tomorrow's India, then you will certainly take into account larger interest of the entire nation. So with this, I once again congratulate you, your parents also, to the institution also, and best luck to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. I now invite Ms. Ritu Tandon, Head of Career Guidance and University Counseling at SIS, to the podium. She will share some highlights of the university placements for the class of 2025.
Okay? Students, this is the moment of truth for all of you. I will be stating a lot of facts. I will be reading as well. Watch it. Okay. Yeah, got it. Good evening, honored guests, Principal Willoughby, Director Mrs. Malik, teachers, parents, and my very dear students. Now, you all qualify as ladies and gentlemen to me as well. Explorative and eclectic, young and dynamic, sharp and sassy, naughty and nice, is how I would describe the class of 2025. These 97 students here from the class of 2025 kept the counseling office buzzing by submitting approximately 1,100 applications for courses as varied as medicine, engineering, economics, finance, law, computer science, business management, environmental science, ecology, music, design, film, and so many more. The countries our students applied to this year were USA, UK, Canada, Singapore, Hong Kong, Italy, Germany, Australia, Ireland, and India. I hope I haven't missed a few. SIS students tend to apply in huge numbers in the early rounds of applications and the remaining by January with the start of the new year. The pressure is immense on the students from the start of grade 12 in IB, but soon after the first wave of applications, December onwards, acceptances start trickling in to spread cheer amongst the SIS community. All right. Thereafter, steadily the placement bells keeps ringing till all the SIS students are placed into fabulous universities across the globe. Now for the most awaited part. I would like to mention some of the university placements from popular destinations for the class of 2025. Students may get up with when their university is called and wave happily to acknowledge their acceptances. From the US, we have the University of Chicago, University of California, Berkeley, we got 2 students there. University of California, LA, we got 3 students there. Duke University, a couple there, all right. University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, New York University, Georgetown University, Vanderbilt, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, University of Washington, Seattle, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Boston University, University of San Diego, 11 of you should be standing up, University of Southern California, 9 there, Northeastern University, Purdue University, Indiana University, Bloomington, and many more, like University of Minnesota, Loyola Marymount, Penn State, Rhode Island, RISD, the New Schools Parsons, Pratt Institute, CCA, that's California College of Arts, Otis, and so many more. From the UK, the top universities that our students have been accepted to are Imperial College of London, University College London, University of Edinburgh, free there, University of St. Andrews, University of Warwick, King's College London. I want to see all 11 of you there. University of Manchester, University of Bath, and numerous students at Queen Mary University of London, City St. George's University of Exeter, University of Surrey, London Met, and so many more. Some other countries that have accepted our students are University of Sydney, University of Melbourne, UNSW, Monash, all these from Australia, University of Toronto, Canada, Netherlands, Dubai, and some European universities where the applications are still pending or in progress, I would say. From India, we have students accepted at Flame University, SP Jain, Shiv Nadar University, NMIMS, Atlas Skill Tech University, and several more. It is with a deep sense of pride and honor that I share with you the scholarship awards earned by the collective strength of the class of 2025. The outstanding scholarships offers bestowed upon the class of 2025 this year amounts to a whopping $7.44 million US, which amounts to approximately 63.5 crores in Indian rupees. Also notable is a large percentage of students who have been accepted to their top choice of university with scholarships. Over 50% of the students from the class of 2025 have got scholarships from highly coveted universities. Now, the achievement of these bright students would not have been possible without the support of their teachers, the IBDP team, their parents, and each and every member of the SIS community. My heartfelt congratulations to Mrs. Malik, Ms. Divya, who's actually in the US now, but we're remembering her for sure, as I am sure many of you are, Ms. Arpita, Ms. Asha, Ms. Kavita, all of who have worked tirelessly to help and support the class of 2025 through their application process and all your trials and tribulations. It is my honor to work alongside a stalwart like Mrs. Malik, whose experience in college counseling spans several decades. We, the team members of the CGUC department at SIS, inspire each other to put in our very best. To my students now, your journey as adults has just begun, and you have a long way to go, in which you will mostly run, but sometimes you will stumble and fall. Pick yourself up, walk a bit, and run again. Go out there and achieve your dreams and make us, your school, parents, India, everybody proud. I hope your quest for knowledge remains undeterred and learning continues for life. May God keep you safe. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to this outstanding class of 2025.
Thank you, Ms. Ritu. Graduation marks the conclusion of a significant chapter, schooling. The ceremony formally recognizes that our students have successfully completed their high school journey and are ready to embark on the next phase, the university life. As of this evening, they are officially alumni of the school. Before we begin the conferral of diplomas, let us pause to acknowledge the incredible support system behind each of our graduates. The parents and families, your love, patience, and unwavering belief in your children have been the steady force they carried them through this journey. Your sacrifices, both big and small, have made this day possible. To our teachers and staff, your tireless commitment, compassion, and guidance have left an indelible mark on these young minds. You've not only educated them, but inspired them to dream bigger and reach higher. To each one of you, we offer our deepest thanks. This celebration belongs to you as much as it does to our graduates. Finally, our graduates. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your high school graduation diploma and be recognized for your outstanding achievements. Today, we also take a moment to honor the sustained academic excellence many of you have demonstrated over the 2-year journey of the IB Diploma program. In addition to the diplomas, we will be presenting subject awards to students who have shown consistent academic distinction. The criteria for these subject awards are as follows. Over the 7 semesters of grade 11 and 12, the recipients must have consistently achieved a grade 7 in the semester examinations conducted for that subject. As each student comes forward to receive their diploma, any corresponding subject awards will also be announced and acknowledged. At the same time, Ms. Ritu Tandon will share each graduate's chosen field of study and their intended university destination. Now, without further ado, let us begin with the momentous part of this ceremony, conferring diplomas to the graduating class of 2025. Our diploma program coordinator, Dr. Shirley Pereira, will accompany our chief guest, Justice C.K. Thakkar, to do the honors. Justice Thakkar will present the graduation certificates to each student, while Dr. Shirley Pereira will shift the tassel on their caps from right to left, a symbolic gesture marking their official graduation from high school. We will proceed in alphabetical order of surname. Arjun Agarwal graduates from Singapore International School.
A Taekwondo black belt and certified trainer, Arjun is an ISSO gold medalist who has represented India in international championships. Arjun will study industrial engineering at the University of Southern California.
Kavish Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Kavish is a creative thinker and a perceptive filmmaker. He plans to pursue architecture at California College of Arts in the US. Kavish also has a total scholarship of nearly 300,000 from various universities.
Ronak Agarwal graduates from Singapore International School.
Ronak is an aspiring entrepreneur who wishes to chart his own journey in the field of business and finance. He has several offers from universities in the UK. He plans to join City St. George's University of London.
Arnav Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Passionate about go-karting and racing, Arnav aspires to become a successful entrepreneur. He has offers from UK universities, but may choose to join business management at NMIMS Mumbai.
Dhruv Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Dhruv was a member of the Student Council and Round Square Prefect in 23-24. Dhruv is a sports enthusiast and an aspiring architect. His applications to Indian universities are in progress.
Prisha Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Prisha has a way with words. She is a published author of 2 books and numerous articles. A true English literature enthusiast, Prisha will be studying English at University College London in the UK. She has scholarships to the tune of 220,000 from various universities.
Vidur Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Vidur is a lawn tennis ISSO national level player. Academically sharp, he has offers from several top universities in the US and UK. He plans to study finance and entrepreneurship at King's College London.
Yaksh Agrawal graduates from Singapore International School.
A passionate sports person, squash and tennis are Yaksh's forte. He's an ISSO national level tennis player, plans to pursue economics at an Indian university, though he has several offers from US universities as well.
Nabhya Anand graduates from Singapore International School.
Nabhya is a space enthusiast who wants to study astrophysics. She has some acceptances from US universities as well, while her Indian applications are in progress.
Madhav Arora graduates from Singapore International School.
Madhav is passionate about robotics and a keen athlete. He has represented India in the first robotic challenge in Istanbul and will continue his passion by pursuing mechatronics engineering at Purdue University in the US.
Vansh Arora graduates from Singapore International School.
Vansh is passionate about business and finance. He plans to study business administration from the Hult International Business School, London, and specialize in entrepreneurship in the UK.
Veer Bahri graduates from Singapore International School.
Veer is an aspiring filmmaker. Veer has decided to take a gap year and figure out his path towards higher education through experiential learning. He'll be doing internships and courses in the months to come. We wish you the best, Veer.
Arina Bajpai graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for Business Management Higher Level and Chemistry Higher Level.
Member of the Student Council in the year 2023-24, Arina is passionate about molecular chemistry, gastronomy, and keen to pursue research at university. She'll be joining Imperial College London in the UK.
Srihan Basu graduates from Singapore International School.
Srihan is explorative by nature. He's keenly interested in game development and business. He'll be studying computer science at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Jinam Bansali graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject award for Chemistry Standard Level.
Passionate about sports and computer science, Jinam plans to study artificial intelligence at Purdue University in the US.
Jia Birla graduates from Singapore International School and receives subject award for Chemistry Higher Level.
An outstanding basketball player and sports prefect for the academic year 2023-24, Jia is all set to pursue biological sciences at the University of Southern California. Jia also has plans to pursue medicine after her undergrad studies are over.
Joshua Bosco graduates from Singapore International School.
The very popular Joshua will be following his passion for sports. Joshua plans to pursue sports management and perhaps try his hand at theater as well.
Om Chachar graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject award for Computer Science Higher Level.
A die-hard computer science enthusiast, software developer, founder of Starlight App LLP, Om has fetching offers from US and UK universities. He's committed to studying at the University of Southern California in the US.
Purvash Chakraborty graduates from Singapore International School.
Purvash is a playback singer, music composer, and basketball player. He plans to join Boston University with a substantial scholarship. In addition, he has a host of offers from other universities in the US and UK. His total scholarships amount to $280,000.
Kanav Chandak graduates from Singapore International School.
Kanav is an avid reader and creative thinker. He plans to study in India. His applications to Indian universities are in progress.
Daksh Chikara graduates from Singapore International School.
Daksh is a singer and a guitarist. His application to Indian universities are in progress, while he also has laurels that he's won for playing football in the ISSOs.
Raghav Chaudhary graduates from Singapore International School.
Raghav is a sports person. He has a passion for football and his participation has been keen at all levels in the ISSO nationals. His subject of interest is business management. Raghav also won 2 Golden Gloves Awards for goalkeeping in the U19 category in the ISSO meets.
Ahan Desai graduates with merit from Singapore International School.
Creative and sporty, a football enthusiast and ISSO national participant, Ahan is all set to pursue architecture in the US. He has outstanding scholarships offers that add up to more than 500,000 K spread across 4 years. He has the third highest scholarship award in the class of 2025.
Ishika Doshi graduates from Singapore International School.
Ishika is a trained dancer, blending discipline with expressive artistry. She'll be studying marketing at Indiana University Bloomington in the US. She has substantial scholarships from various universities, adding up to approximately $300,000.
Liam D'Souza graduates from Singapore International School.
Daring and articulate, Liam is passionate about sports and music. He aspires to be an aerospace engineer. Liam plans to join Florida Institute of Technology in the US with a scholarship.
Suyash Gadodia graduates from Singapore International School.
Suyash was the boarding captain for academic year 2023-24. He's a table tennis, basketball and volleyball player and has represented our school in several ISSOs. He plans to pursue his higher education at Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies.
Anya Goswami graduates from Singapore International School.
Feisty and cute and very confident, Anya's smile can light up a room. She plans to join SP Jain School of Global Management and pursue international relations and diplomacy as a future career. She was also the house captain and a member of the student council in 23-24.
Mahi Goyal graduates from Singapore International School.
A charming artist and with a passion for art and photography, Mahi has multiple offers from universities in the US and a substantial scholarship adding up to 128,000. She plans to join Atlas Skilltech University in Mumbai.
Arna Gunwani graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for Chemistry Higher Level and Economics Higher Level.
Arna was accepted at the University of Chicago in the early application cycle. She is also an agile athlete and a U19 badminton ISSO national participant and SIS badminton team player. She will be studying economics at the University of Chicago. This is a dream university achieved for Arna.
Ahana Gupta graduates from Singapore International School.
Ahana is a STEM aficionado who has her heart set on pursuing robotics and mechatronics at UNSW, Australia. She's not there with us today.
She's not here today. Ira Gupta graduates from Singapore International School.
Definitely a girl who charts her own unique path. Ira is passionate about all forms of dance and calisthenics. She is keen to study business administration at IE University in Spain.
Ahana Gupta graduates from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for Business Management Higher Level and Environmental Systems and Societies Standard Level.
Ahana is a trained and professional Bharatnatyam dancer. She has enthralled us with several performances in school. She is keen to pursue business and finance. Ahana awaits her decision from Singapore universities as these are pending. She has an offer from the University of Manchester in the UK.
Arnav Hatiholi graduates with honors from Singapore International School.
A thorough gentleman, a design enthusiast, and perhaps a future town planner and designer. Arnav has some excellent offers from UK universities, while many of his applications to German universities are in progress.
Parisha Hitendra graduates from Singapore International School.
Parisha is keen to study biochemistry for an undergraduate degree and endeavor to join a program in medicine in the future. She will start her higher education journey at the University of Washington, Chicago, in Seattle, studying pre-sciences.
Aditya Jain graduates from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for business management higher level.
A passionate football player and sports captain for the academic year 23-24, Aditya is keen to pursue his undergrad degree in the US in perhaps business and finance.
Deshna Jain graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for mathematics, application and interpretation standard level.
A bright and empathetic young woman, Deshna has a passion for psychology, which she will pursue at Flame University in Pune, though she has other offers from the US as well. Deshna is also an ISSO national level basketball player and a key player of our SIS team.
Nishkarsh Jain graduates from Singapore International School.
Nishkarsh plans to study business management at SP Jain Global, starting his education in Dubai, continuing in Singapore, and then wrapping it up in Australia. He's not there with us today.
Yeah, okay. Param Jain graduates from Singapore International School.
Sincere and popular, Param has a passion for automobiles and business. He is proficient in karate and a gold medalist at the ISSO Championship and a participant at the International Championship in Bahrain. Param is all set to join the University of San Francisco in the US. His scholarships add up to over 200,000 from various universities.
Prithvir Jain graduates from Singapore International School.
Gentle in his demeanor, yet a karate black belt. Prithvir is an ISSO gold medalist who has represented India in international championships. Being a talented and accomplished artist, Prithvir will join the coveted art school, RISD, in the US. This is a dream university achieved for Prithvir.
Priyana Jain graduates from Singapore International School.
Black belt in karate, gold medalist at ISSOs, committed and steadfast towards her goals. Priyana plans to pursue finance at Purdue University, USA. She also has scholarships worth 112,000 from various universities.
Jason Jakia graduates from Singapore International School.
Jason is endearing and sincere, extremely keen to pursue finance and investment banking in the UK. Jason will join Exeter University to follow his passion, and I'm sure he'll make us all very proud.
Josh Jakia graduates from Singapore International School.
Sheer perseverance and confidence is Josh's USP. He plans to join the University of Sussex for an undergrad degree in business law. Josh is a budding advocate, determined to study law in the UK.
Arush Jayarajan graduates from Singapore International School.
Arush is a 3D animation artist and is keen to continue his higher education in India. His applications to Indian universities are in progress.
Diya Jhawar graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject award for Biology Higher Level, Chemistry Higher Level, Mathematics Analysis and Approaches Standard Level, and Psychology Standard Level.
Diya is a gentle and quiet leader, house captain and student council member in 2023-24. Determined to be a lawyer, Diya will pursue medicine at Queen's University Belfast in the UK. She had multiple offers for medicine, which is a very hard course to crack. Congratulations, Diya.
Jia Junjunwala graduates from Singapore International School.
Jia's determination to study chemistry is unmatched. She has clearly defined goals which she plans to achieve in her career and life. She plans to attend a UK university to study chemistry.
Arsh Jivani graduates from Singapore International School.
Excellent at networking and an instant charmer, Arsh plans to join SP Jain School of Global Management to study business. I'm sure he's going to be a huge success.
Ishika Kamli graduates from Singapore International School.
An interesting and unique course in environment, economics, and ecology is Ishika's calling. She'll be studying it at the University of York in the UK. We wish you all the best, Ishika.
Shaurya Kapani graduates from Singapore International School.
An aspiring mechanical engineer for the longest time that I have known him, Shaurya intends to join Virginia Tech in the US. He also has a deep passion for automobiles and F1 sports. Shaurya is a recipient of scholarships to the tune of 112,000 from across universities.
Kripa Karwa graduates with merit from Singapore International School.
Kripa was a boarding captain in the last academic year. She's keen to study business management at a leading university. Her applications are in progress.
Thank you, Mr. Thakkar, Dr. Pereira, and Ms. Tandon. It is always a matter of great pride and joy when our alumni return, not just to revisit the memories of their formative years, but to share with us the wealth of their journey since. Today, we are privileged to welcome back two distinguished members of our alumni family. Ronak Mulchandani, alumni batch of 2020, and Timsa Bajpai, alumni batch of 2022. It is with great pleasure and anticipation I invite both of them to address us today. Timsa will address you first, followed by Ronak Mulchandani.
Thank you, Ms. Ina. Good evening, everyone, the faculty, the families, my friends, and of course, the highlight of today's They, the graduating batch of 2025. I'm Timsa Bajpai. I'm a really proud alumni of SIS, and today I'm here to share some key insights about what life feels like out of the school, including the late-night existential spirals. So, now, I promise I'm not going to stand here and tell you all those boring bits like follow your dreams or believe in yourself, not because they are bad ideas, but because I think you've heard them countless times from everyone. Instead, I want to share what I wish somebody told me when I was sat over there. But you'll wonder, why should you listen to me? Because when I graduated 3 years ago in 2022, I thought I had a plan, but now that I've finished my degree and I'm deciding what's going to happen in the future, I have to give you an honest review about it. I moved to London, started my degree in international relations at King's College London. Congrats to the 11 of you who got in there. And I chased every opportunity that I could. That included internships, classes, even part-time jobs. And even part-time jobs, of course, the classes as well, because I was determined to build a life and figure out what that even meant. And to be very honest with you, I'm still in the process of achieving that. That is why some days at university made me feel like I was at top of the world. When I was making friends with everyone, I was building more and more networks, I was presenting in classes, and I thought I was really building a career there. But some days I came home, made myself a lonely pot of pasta for one, and I was like, am I even doing this right? What am I doing with my life? The truth is, the hardest part is going to be having to step into a world where there's no more syllabus for you. Going from a life that is structured by semesters, predicted grades, even assignments, and suddenly waking up to Googling how to do things simultaneously at 2 a.m. while you eat a bowl of cereal is exactly when it will get real, and that's really weird to hear now. But with IB being so famous for its caffeine-induced academic chaos, what is often forgotten is the invisible curriculum that you go through. So that includes learning things where no one is grading you. And that is exactly what has kept me going for the past 3 years. Like writing the extended essay while having to pick a career that is going to determine the rest of your life, I personally went from wanting to be a filmmaker to a politician to an educator all in one day. And then staying calm during a group presentation when somebody offers to have emotional support in your team as part of their work, or even just deciding to have a breakdown in the bathroom and then coming and sitting and writing your exam. What stayed with me weren't those grades and achievements alone. Of course, they were a part of it. But it was learning how to think when I didn't know what to think. It was how to keep caring when I was really, really exhausted. And how I had to gently build my confidence again and again every time something or someone had broken it. I did not, or rather, still am not, rushing to become that next version of myself, like the one with a 5-year plan. You're allowed to be uncertain, you're allowed to change your mind, you're allowed to pause, and you're allowed to grow at your own pace. And that is the key advice I want to leave with you today. Because high school might end today, but growing up doesn't. Although progress, it is silent. It looks like showing up, it looks like saying yes, also saying no, which is very important, and healing from things you didn't know that hurt. It could be laughing with your friends and then forgetting about your stress, and more importantly, choosing kindness, especially toward yourself. So if you ever feel lost, and I'm certain you might, I hope you remember that you've started in a place, this institution, and who believed in your potential before you did in yourself. The school experience has given you more than a diploma today. It's given you a personalized compass, and that will help you find your way ahead. Your journey will be wildly different to mine, and that is exactly how it should be. Some of you will go to university, some of you might take a gap year, some of you might start a job, travel, transfer universities as well, or change your mind again and again and again. But that will be your path, because no one will reach the final version all at once or in the same way. We each take different paths at different times, and that is exactly how it's meant to be. The good reminder to have is that you will always have people who love you, care for you, are rooting for you, and most importantly, reminding you to drink water and back up those laptops. So this isn't the end, but the beginning of your first draft. And the thing about the first drafts are, they're messy, they're uncertain, they're full of edits and rewrites, but they're also full of possibility. So to the class of 2025, I wish you a heartfelt congratulations, and not just for finishing school, but for everything that it took to get here. Remember, your draft does not need to be perfect. It just needs to begin. Thank you.
Respected chief guests, faculty, parents, and of course, the graduating class of 2025. Good evening, and thank you for having me here with you today. I've thought long and hard about what I want to say, all in the one day that I've had to prepare, but I've stood a few times at this podium before, often unprepared, so I think we'll be just fine. Today, I'd like to have a conversation with all of you, a conversation I wish I had at my graduation with a proud SIS alum. And I'm going to break it up into 3 important lessons. First, your parents are usually right about everything. I know, it's not always easy to accept, but trust me, I've been in your shoes, and had someone told me this earlier, I would have avoided a lot of obstacles. So seek their guidance, listen to what they have to say, and what your older siblings have to say, Sanya. They're always looking out for you. The second one, your teachers are usually right about everything too, academic and otherwise. I can confirm that every time one of them said, I am running behind you for a submission, in college no one will, they are absolutely right. This next chapter for you guys is an exciting one, but it comes with accountability. So make sure that you carry with you every single lesson that they have tried to teach you during your time here. And the third one, embark on this journey with the fearlessness and pride I know you all are feeling today. There will be obstacles in your way, but I am confident that with the work you have all put in, there is nothing you can't accomplish. I'm sure you guys are feeling excited, hopeful, curious, and even scared. Know that that's okay. These are the emotions that will shape your journey, but never let fear dictate your choices. You guys are all incredibly young, talented, worthy individuals. So know yourself, trust yourself, listen to yourself, and nothing will ever be scary. Fear nothing, because you guys are ready. Congratulations, thank you, and have a good time celebrating today.
Thank you, Timsa and Ronak. Your words truly resonated with us and reminded us of the lasting bonds and values that our school community cherishes. We're proud to have you as a part of our alumni family. It is with great honor that I introduce our guest of honor today, former Indian Ambassador and Secretary to the Government of India, Mr. Yogendra Kumar, a highly respected former diplomat who served India for over 3 decades. He retired from the Indian Foreign Services in 2012 with the rank of the Secretary to the Government of India. His last posting was as India's ambassador to the Philippines, with additional responsibility for Palau, Micronesia, and the Marshall Islands. Earlier, he was India's High Commissioner to Namibia and Ambassador to Kazakhstan, where he also handled Afghanistan affairs. Ambassador Kumar has also worked at the heart of India's foreign policy in the Ministry of External Affairs, dealing with important global partnerships like Association for Southeast Asian Nations, the G8 and G5 Dialogue, and the Indian Ocean Rim Association. After retirement, he has continued to contribute to the field through his writing and lectures on foreign policy and security. He is the author of Diplomatic Dimension of Maritime Challenges for India in the 21st Century, and editor of With the Indian Ocean Maritime Order, a book that was shared with world leaders at the first Indian Ocean Rim Association Summit. We are truly privileged to have him with us today. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Yogendra Kumar with a huge round of applause. I request our principal, Mr. Willoughby, and the director, Mrs. Malik, to felicitate the guest of honor. Thank you, Mrs. Malik and Mr. Willoughby. We now request our guest of honor, Ambassador Yogendra Kumar, to address the gathering.
Mrs. Sharodi Balik, Director, Mr. Stephen Willoughby, Principal, Mr. Absalom Musewe, Upper Division Head, Dr. Shirley Pereira, IB Diploma Coordinator, Honorable Justice C.K. Thakkar, esteemed faculty members, graduating students, dear young people waiting for your turn, and ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I want to thank you, and I'm delighted that I'm in the midst of such fine and bright, energetic, and cultivated young minds. And I'm keen to have this interaction as you're all poised to step into the next phase of preparation for a successful professional career and personal advancement. So I was given the topic to speak about leadership skills and how you would navigate your career and your future life. So what kind of leadership skills are necessary to navigate the career journey of a young person today and how they can be acquired? This is not an easy answer for someone preparing for the future in our times, or frankly at any time. Young people, most of all, are observant and absorbing the environment they find themselves in. So they also pay attention to their peers and seniors and elsewhere about those who clearly become leaders in carrying out and pursuing a specific objective. As I was browsing the very impressive website of your school, I noticed that you are being prepared for leadership roles in the current phase of your growth and the preparatory phase for a professional career. Quite wisely, it exhorts the young people to cultivate the spirit of inquiry, international understanding, open-mindedness, and foster, and I'm quoting here from your website, creativity, resilience, and lifelong growth, unquote. As a global round square school, you're all connected actively with your peers across many countries, and there are a number of foreign students in your midst. So what kind of leadership skills are needed to grow in an international environment and to leave your mark as someone who has grown in India? And what is leadership after all, before we think about the quality necessary for it? So of course, leadership has universally recognized and timeless characteristics, and so also the skills to exercise it, its ability to manage change, including political change. Even stronger leadership is required to generate change and steer the transformation process for the envisaged objective. The quality of leadership is to manage political change or any change in such a manner as to be uplifting, empowering, and ennobling of the people whom you are leading. By these standards, you can distinguish a leader from a demagogue. Now, what kind of leadership skills are necessary? So, well, first of all, it includes empathy with people and even the masses, depending upon the number of people you might be called upon to lead later on in life. One aspect of empathy is kindness. And kindness is something, as I was reading an article some time back in the US, the teachers say that no child or no person is too young to be taught to be kind. So that is the quality you acquire from the very beginning. No less important is the ability to understand a situation well, so as to have the ability to manage it for the leader's objectives. So I actually, because of my background and what I've studied and what I've written about, so let's pick up Mahatma Gandhi as an example. And I say here, based on what he said about himself, how he mobilized the people, and what others who actually observed him closely, what they said about him. The first of all, he was an acute judge of men because of his acute understanding of human psychology. And as Jawaharlal Nehru described him, he was actually an artist when it came to judging individuals, the people who came to work with him and who joined him. So, as a young person in his 30s, I was reading their memoirs. It's 1905, and Gandhiji was in mid-30s. And Millie Pollack, she was the wife of Gandhiji's associate in South Africa. And she talks about him like this. And she said, "My first impression of Mr. Gandhi was of a medium-sized man, rather slenderly built, skin not very dark, mouth rather heavy-lipped, a small dark mustache, and the kindest eyes in the world that seemed to light up from within when he spoke. His eyes were always his most remarkable feature, and were in reality the lamps of his soul. One could read so much from them. His voice was soft, rather musical, and almost boyishly fresh. I particularly noticed this as we chatted of the little things of my journey and proceeded to his home." Then fast forward 40 years. And this is India on the eve of independence, when it was already known that India will be independent. And the observations of the governor of Bengal, his wife, is May Casey, and she wrote as follows: "I was not the governor, I was only his wife. Therefore, my conversation with Gandhi flowed in unrestricted freedom. His eyes behind thick lenses were shrewd and kind and comforting. I had the feeling that if I were in trouble, I would like to go to him for advice, which, though it might not be for me entirely functional, would be wise and human. All our staff, clerks, domestics, gardeners, or whatever religion or caste, all living creatures, crowded the entrance hall on his arrival and departure, greeting him reverently after their own fashion. A great man came and went, and the aura of peace and patience that surrounded him remained with us for a while after he had gone." And then, what did Gandhi thought about his leadership and how he prepared, how did he build his following, and how he attracted people to his leadership. And that is in 1917, the Champaran agitation, which he successfully led, and it led to his career in the politics at that time, a leader of the freedom struggle. And he said the following: "A sort of friendliness sprang between the British Raj officials and myself, but it was an ocular demonstration to them that the authority was shaken." This is 1917. "The people for the moment lost all fear of punishment and yielded obedience to the power of love, which their new friend, that is Gandhi, exercised, it is no exaggeration but to say that in this meeting with the peasants, I was face to face with the indigo farmers, the poorest of the poor. But to say that in this meeting with the peasants, I was face to face with God, ahimsa, and truth. When I came to examine my title to this realization, I find nothing but my love for the people. And this in turn is nothing but an expression of my unshakable faith in ahimsa. So he describes his leadership as somebody who is a practical idealist, and the political scientists who studied him academically as scholars credit him with absolute mastery of the situational context. So all these things that you study, how we actually had mastery over the situation, do that. And let's talk about Nehru. What did Nehru say? I mean, the credibility of a leader and how to overcome differences. And Nehru says as follows: as fear is close companion to falsehood, so truth follows fearlessness. A sea change was visible as the need for falsehood and furtive behavior lessened. We did not grow much more truthful than we had been previously. He's talking about Indians. But Gandhi was always there as a symbol of uncompromising truth to pull us up and shame us into truth. But truth is, at least for the individual, what he himself feels and knows to be true. According to this definition, I do not know of any other person who holds to the truth as Gandhi does, and Patel, loyalty to a leader. And he was, I just mentioned, I mean, as we all know, the history of our time, he was the most powerful man in India after Gandhi, and Gandhi sort of chose Nehru to lead the government that time, and he accepted his role as deputy prime minister. So what does he say? I mean, shortly before his death, he says, we were all soldiers in there, that is Gandhi and his wife Kasturba's camp. I have been referred to as the deputy prime minister. I never think of myself in those terms. Jawaharlal Nehru is our leader. Bapu, literally the father, this reference to Gandhi. Bapu appointed him as his successor. It's the duty of all of Bapu's soldiers to carry out his bequest. Whoever does not do so from the heart, I never think of a place. Whoever does not do so from his heart will be a sinner before God. I am not a disloyal soldier. I never think of the place I am occupying. I only know this much, and I am satisfied that I still am where Bapu posted me until his death. So that's the thing that you all understand. Let's talk about Churchill. So Churchill was his enemy, actually adversary. So after India became independent, and his first conversation with Jawaharlal Nehru was this, and he actually asked that Indians must be hating the British for what they had done to them. And Nehru responded, we have learned the feet of the master who taught us never to hate and never to fear. For Churchill, who was an inveterate critic of Gandhi, an opponent of Indian independence, for he began to admire the impact of Gandhi's leadership, and which is the ultimate testimony. And because he said, you have conquered two of men's greatest enemies, hate and fear. So in terms of necessity for leadership skills, it is important to recognize, as I said, what a leadership is. And as I mentioned earlier, the quality of public service and better understanding, etc. is very important. For you all, it's very important because the times keep changing. And that's why the qualities we've talked about, they have to stay with you to lead your life well. And the world is changing at a rapid pace, and not all the directions are right. So you're growing into that kind of a world. So to internalize the philosophy of making a difference by living it, and to do this through critical thinking, persuading others to one's point of view through effective communication, and translate that into positive changes. And need I say that each of these abilities, thinking, persuading, organizing action, remain eternally relevant as the history of mankind demonstrates. Shall we say that as a vibrant thinking people of our country, we also have very wide memory of the transformation that we experienced in our modern history. As I said, these are very important now, much more important, because the world is changing in unrecognizably changing at a breakneck speed before our eyes is technology, communication, transportation, digitalization, the alteration, the very material, the life itself, is impacting the daily experiences so rapidly that human beings at individual national level are finding difficult to keep pace. The humanity is fast propelling itself forward, has come to a fork, with technology being both an enabler and a disruptor. Different worlds, different historical phases, different age groups are colliding against each other, unable to coexist and to comport with each other for the respective smooth transitions. And again, you're all going to study various subjects, but now the time actually is that all subjects, all disciplines are getting intermeshed. So it's interdisciplinary, and beyond, it is also practical experience. That's a way for you to actually improve your knowledge generally, but also even your subject. So there are identity clashes, there's polarization of political and social opinions, and fragmentation. The talk is now of a global disorder, where the power of social media is now seen as a destabilizing force, rather than one that releases the creative energies of people and communities to take advantage of exciting vistas being opened by technology. I mean, as the conflict is growing in the world, the scientists are saying that the generation which would expect to live on average 120 to 130 years is already born. So Indians are global citizens, and you are actually global citizens. Although Indians by nature are outgoing and have an increasingly expanding diaspora presence practically across the world, it bears keeping in mind that our globalized consciousness needs to be developed far more strongly because, as I said, the rapidity and unpredictability of change, both in India and elsewhere. So that actually means that you also have to, the knowledge that you acquire and the practical experience that you accumulate, it's necessary to be aware of both the opportunities as well as the emerging and over-the-horizon risks that are coming up. You will face them, whether you're in India or abroad, because India is already playing a significant international role, and it is not just in our proximate regions, but practically everywhere. This actually enables us, and I address the graduating class, but I'm sure it applies to everybody here, that it enables us to shape the rules of engagement in different areas, and also the development of newly emerging domains in science, technology, and even humanity and humanistic branches of epistemology. And the Prime Minister has talked about this, has talked about Atmanirbharta, has talked about India because of the Atmanirbharta, making a civilizational imprint in the direction in which the world is moving today. So why is it important? And that's why it's a question for you to reflect now and reflect even in future as you observe the developments taking all around you. Pakistan, we all talk about Pakistan today. Pakistan is a day older than India as an independent country. It was founded by somebody who had a well-established reputation being a constitutional lawyer. What happened? Where is Pakistan and where is India? You need to think about it. It's a big country. So we need to understand what has made us different from Pakistan. And that is where we need to think about when the Prime Minister talk about the Amrit Kal or the Amrit of this, or the essence of our life, as we come to it, what exactly it is. So the point is to think about that, and as I said, that is necessary so much because of international turmoil, disrupting supply chains, unpredictability of global economy, and even global relations, and it is developing this internal strength to face global challenges over which we have no control. That is the point to remember. So I will not go too much into all the other details, but the point still remains that it is an ecosystem that we develop based on the way the journey we have covered, the fact that there is a civilizational momentum which is being built in terms of our epistemological basis, our knowledge foundation, and the fact that we are a globalized community, a globalized people, and how we are going to fuse them together, which is what the Prime Minister's vision actually is. So the role of people like you is critical in this national enterprise because you'll all be in the front line of this march. And as they embody the civilizational synthesis, they'll be modern, scientific in their outlook, and energetic in mastering the very frontiers of technology and knowledge. And they will contribute to our internal social cohesion, adapt our social and political institutions to rapidly changing circumstances without diminishing or disrupting their efficacy, and practice in real life what our Prime Minister says, Vasudev Kutumbakam. Because, again, I'll come back to that issue when I talk about how institutions need to adapt later in a while. So this open-mindedness to external ideas and knowledge and acute conscience as they relate to India is very important. And I again go back to how people observe Gandhiji. And there is one of his admirers who are educated in the West, Jahangir Patel, and who told him, he said, this, that is the Sevagram Ashram, is my second university. It's a university of service, and I'm happy that Gandhiji should be its chancellor. And he says, Cambridge and Sevagram go together. And Jawaharlal Nehru describes again that in that period that all these people studied abroad. When they came back, he sent them to the villages and to say, you have learned whatever you learned, now apply that knowledge actually in the field and studying how the knowledge that you acquired, how it can be made practical from the point of view of people's welfare. And the same thing abroad. And there's another episode that I read in the book of one of our former ambassadors to Washington, B.K. Nehru. And he said that Rajgopalachari, who actually visited Washington at that time, Nehru had sent him to Washington to actually campaign for, at that time, nuclear proliferation, the test ban and all that had started. So he sought a meeting with President Kennedy. So President Kennedy met him, and Nehru describes the interaction. And he said that Rajgopalachari started explaining to him as to why the partial test ban treaty is necessary. He said, complete mastery of the subject, what he was talking about. But the way he explained and talked, Kennedy's eyes began to widen. And when he finished talking, Kennedy says, it has been a civilizing experience, which means that there is some perspective you bring to contemporary issues which are so uniquely Indian that's how you make the impact, and that's what the Prime Minister means when he talks about the civilizational impact. So that discernment has to be part of your growth. And that discernment actually means that you'd be able to see through ambient noise and the cacophony of the usual social discourse, which exists at any given point of time, but has become even more pervasive and strident in our electronic and social media age, and the growing turmoil characterizing today's world. Different individuals and groups present their arguments to advance their own interests, marshalling all the available resources for their packaging to appeal to the wider section of the people. The better resourced, especially in terms of money and power, enjoy an asymmetrical advantage over the others. And now this advantage is widened because the technology now enables what President Trump calls fake news. So now, so the point is that all these things actually become for us extremely important when we talk about that. So I just want to I'll finish very shortly. Don't worry. I'll just finish. So the basic point is that you will be required to understand how the change is occurring. And I can talk, I joined the Foreign Service in 1977, very different world. There was the Cold War going on, there was the Soviet Union, and there was the US. And they're talking about destroying each other with nuclear weapons. I went there in 1979. 1991, the Soviet Union ceased to exist. Then came the time of the unipolar movement of American power. It didn't last 25 years. So the change that is taking place is such that you will all be compelled, the environment you're going to grow in, wherever you're going to work and live and study, you'll have to make up your own mind and make up your own decision. How do you do that? That will actually be a challenge for you. And in fact, this is my book, which was not mentioned here. where I put the photograph of Gandhi and Ghaffar Khan just for that reason as to why that leadership skill is so important for all of us to understand what actually it all meant. And I just will end with a very short point. One suggestion I make to you all to understand how to be a little more discerning. And I'm sure you can all do that. I mean, you're all bright enough, energetic enough, and curious enough to actually follow it. And one way of doing it, for example, take any event that's taking place. Now, you simply maintain a kind of start developing chronology of that. So let's say, and on a particular day on that event, what has been said by whom, what events, how the events are unfolding on the ground, and keep on doing it. And over, let's say, a month or 2 months period, when you look back, you realize something very interesting. You begin to understand what that person who spoke first on the first date when you started chronology, what he actually meant by what he said. Then others, so you understand how their mind is working, and you also understand what people are saying, the leaders are saying, how the events on the ground, how they're being impacted by that, and how the events are being impacted on the ground, how their statements, actions change. So you understand that feedback by simply discerning and understanding why are people saying, the leaders are saying what they're saying, and how the things evolve, that kind of feedback loop that I mentioned. And my mantra is very simple. When you look at any event, if you've done an exercise like that, even in one case, and you will begin to answer a question in your mind when you analyze something else, the simple sentence I have, who's saying what and why? And then you will begin discern, because I watch the television, I read newspapers, Indian, foreign, and all the rest of it. You understand how narratives get shaped, how these narratives impact the development of the ground, and how this particular thing goes on. And if you read the scholarly literature as to what has gone wrong, I mean, when Soviet Union collapsed, US thought that there's nobody before them. Never in history there was a power which actually had absolute control on affairs, the global affairs. 25 years, it's all over. The scientists, international relations theorists, and all of them are analyzing what went wrong. They still haven't got the answer. The answer was Gandhiji and Ghaffar Khan. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. May I request you to kindly do the honors of conferring the high school graduation diplomas to our students. May I also invite Dr. Shirley Pereira and Ms. Ritu Tandon to continue with the conferral of the diplomas. Ambassador Yogendra Kumar will present the graduation certificates, while Dr. Pereira will shift the tassel on each graduate's cap from right to left. We will continue in alphabetical order. Ms. Tandon will announce each student's chosen field of study and university destination. Anusha Kaura graduates from Singapore International School.
Anusha is keen to pursue health sciences and business at the University of Rochester in the US. Anusha has scholarship offers which add up to over $500,000 spread across 4 years. This is the second highest scholarship received by a student in her class of 2025.
Vanshika Khaitan graduates with merit from Singapore International School.
Vanshika has amazing offers from some of the top universities in the world. She has written 2 books and several articles and is ready to explore the realms of literature and economics at University of California, Berkeley.
Bhuvi Keria graduates from Singapore International School.
Sincere and hardworking, Bhuvi has several offers from excellent US universities. She is thrilled to study economics and math at Boston University, USA. She is also a popular member of the Student Council.
Ishan Kolat graduates from Singapore International School.
Student Council member and secretary for the academic year 2023-24, Ishan has a passion for MUNs, round squares and debates, and forums where communication is key. Ishan is determined to pursue law at the Queen Mary University of London in the UK.
Shrishti Kothari graduates from Singapore International School and receives Subject Award for Chemistry Higher Level.
Shrishti was the house captain, student council member, and a passionate basketball player. She is also a chemistry enthusiast who has a heart set on studying chemical engineering from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She has scholarships of over 100,000 from various universities.
Nikhil Kothawade graduates from Singapore International School.
Nikhil is a boy after my own heart. Nikhil is keen to pursue business and finance in the United States or Australia. He has several offers from both the countries and weighs all his options before he decides his future destination.
Hari Lalwani graduates from Singapore International School.
Hari is a businessman to the core. He is all set to join NMIMS for the BBA program in entrepreneurship and family business. I'm sure he'll take his business to great new heights.
Ishween Kaur Madan graduates from Singapore International School and receives Subject Award for Business Management Higher Level.
A finance enthusiast and a pro at baking, Ishween will continue her higher education at New York University, USA. She was accepted at the NYU in the early round of application and is also a proud recipient of over 100,000 in scholarships from various universities. NYU is a dream achieved by Ishween. Way to go, dear.
Prakhar Mandhani graduates from Singapore International School.
Prakhar trained over 100 drone pilots across Maharashtra, provided drone spraying services on farmlands across several districts, and got recognition from the government of Maharashtra. He is a film enthusiast, filmmaker, and business management who plans to pursue his higher education at Emory University, USA.
Siddhi Mangla graduates from Singapore International School.
An artist and designer, Siddhi will follow her passion for fashion designing at RISD in the US. She has been accepted at many of the finest art schools in the US and has scholarships to the tune of 160,000 spread over 4 years.
Lavanya Manikan graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for Business Management Higher Level, Environmental Systems and Societies Standard Level, Hindi B Standard Level, and Maths Analysis and Approaches Standard Level.
A dedicated filmmaker and a brilliant student, Lavanya will be studying film and media studies at her dream university, University of Southern California in the US. She has scholarships totaling about 275,000 from various universities in the US.
Anya Mascara graduates from Singapore International School.
Anya is a film enthusiast, which she will study at the Emerson College in Boston. Her total scholarships add up to $216,000 from various universities.
Nandini Mehta graduates from Singapore International School.
Creative and talented, Nandini will be pursuing a degree in interior architecture and design in India. She has several offers from top design schools in India.
Yojit Mirani graduates from Singapore International School.
Yojit is a technology enthusiast who is also a TEDx youth speaker, MUNer, and articulate debater. He plans to study computer science at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. He has scholarships in excess of $200,000 from various universities.
Brind Mittal graduates from Singapore International School.
Brind plans to study business management and has applied to a few Indian universities. He has our full support and best wishes to join his dream university.
Sania Mulchandani graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject award for biology higher level and mathematics analysis and approaches standard level.
Sania is passionate about music, dogs, and biochemistry. Such an eclectic mix of interests. She is poised for choice with the most amazing offers from universities in the US and UK. She plans to study biochemistry at Boston University. Sania, we will miss you in the main foyer, but you are always welcome to come back and hang out.
Raisha Mujad graduates from Singapore International School.
Accepted in the early decision cycle, Raisha has committed to study economics and mathematics at Boston University in the US. This is a dream university achieved for Raisha. Congratulations.
Manasvi Niriche graduates from Singapore International School.
Manasvi is passionate about aviation and aspires to become a pilot through a professional flying course. She has enrolled to study at Western Michigan University in the US. Her scholarships total $264,000 across 4 years.
Kiara Nishar graduates from Singapore International School.
Kiara is keen to study business management in the UK. She has several offers from amazing universities in the US and UK and plans to join the University of Warwick in the UK.
Hriday Pasari graduates from Singapore International School.
Hriday has decided to join an Indian university and his applications are in progress. We wish you the very best, Hriday.
Rutu Pathak graduates from Singapore International School.
Rutu is a fashionista. She has her heart set on studying a niche course, Strategic Design and Marketing at the Parsons School of Design, US. For Rutu, studying at Parsons is a dream come true.
Shivang Patil graduates from Singapore International School.
Always smiling, sharp, and very popular, Shivang has his heart set out to pursue business management at the University of Birmingham in UK.
Siddhi Patodia graduates from Singapore International School.
Siddhi is excited to study finance at the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University, Bloomington. She has a total of scholarships adding up to 164,000 from various universities.
Shreya Farkia graduates from Singapore International School.
Shreya is a budding lawyer. She has several acceptances from universities in the UK. She plans to join Northeastern University, London, and study law.
Gomesh Raju graduates from Singapore International School.
Gomesh has acceptances from universities in the US, UK, and Australia. He has a keen interest in economics with a curious, insightful, and persistent approach towards learning. He plans to study economics at the Indiana University, Bloomington.
Navya Singh Rajwant graduates from Singapore International School.
Very clear in his goals. Study business management, start his own venture, and make money. Navya is all set to join the University of San Francisco in the US with a scholarship of 112,000 spread over 4 years.
Gargi Rathod graduates from Singapore International School.
Gargi is dedicated, creative, and hardworking. She plans to study at Parsons School of Design, US. Her scholarships total 265,000 over 4 years. This is a dream university achieved for Gargi too.
Freyansh Rawal graduates from Singapore International School.
Freyansh is passionate about computer science, coding, and computer games. He plans to build some interesting AI tools for teens and young children in the future. He plans to join Queen Mary University of London with a scholarship.
Vedant Rawat graduates from Singapore International School.
Vedant is popular, humble, and quite an all-rounder as he plays various sports, dances with expertise, and dabbles in theatre. He plans to join the University of Bath, UK, to study economics.
Lakshay Reddy graduates from Singapore International School.
Passionate about performing arts, theatre, and dance, Lakshay plans to study business and perhaps join acting as a profession. He's an actor we will look out for on the big screen.
Kashika Sagar graduates from Singapore International School.
Kashika has secured her spot at Northeastern University in the early round. She will be studying business management with marketing at Northeastern University in the US.
Vedant Saraf graduates from Singapore International School.
Vedant is a proficient volleyball player and has captained the school's volleyball team at the zonal ISSOs. He is also a theatre enthusiast with a keen interest in economics and fintech. All these and more are his plans when he joins University of California, Berkeley in the US. Vedant also has scholarships in excess of $144,000.
Shashwat Saraugi graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject awards for chemistry higher level, economics higher level, mathematics analysis and approaches higher level, and physics higher level.
Our head boy, Shashwat, exemplifies the term outstanding all-rounder. He's a math wizard, debating champion, dances gracefully, and participates actively in table tennis, volleyball, football, you name it, and Shashwat has done it. I'm proud to announce that despite the rigor of the IB curriculum, Shashwat has cleared the JEE mains. He is a true example of a holistic scholar. He is likely to attend Imperial College, London.
Jeshit Shah graduates from Singapore International School.
Jesit has a way with chemicals and potions. His enthusiasm for chemistry is boundless and persistent. He will study chemistry at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst in the US.
Netra Shah graduates from Singapore International School.
An aspiring doctor, Netra is eager to attend St. Louis University to pursue biochemistry and join the Early Assurance Program for Medicine. He has been accepted at the Honors College at St. Louis University. Netra has an outstanding scholarship amount totaling nearly $600,000 from various universities. This is the highest amount of scholarship in the class of 2025. Congratulations and well-deserved, Netra.
Nishita Shah graduates from Singapore International School.
Nishita aims to study business management and gain a global perspective and experience. She'll be studying at SP Jain Global School of Management, starting in Dubai, then Singapore, and the last 2 years in Australia to gain her degree in business management.
Shalvi Shah graduates from Singapore International School and receives Subject Award for Mathematics Application and Interpretation Standard Level.
Shalvi is charming and graceful. She has plans to study business management in the UK. She has several offers from excellent universities and is likely to study at the University of Warwick in UK.
Anshul Sheikh graduates from Singapore International School and receives Subject Award for Spanish Ab Initio Standard Level.
An endearing student with impeccable manners. Anshul gains a couple of inches every time I see him, if it's ever after a couple of weeks. Anshul has his heart set on attending the University of Southern California to study economics, math, and computer science. A triple major minor will keep this hardworking student intellectually challenged for sure. He has scholarships to the tune of $112,000 from various universities.
Meher Sheikh graduates from Singapore International School.
Meher has set long-term goals of working in the healthcare industry. As a first step in this direction, she plans to study psychology at Ohio State University in the US.
Swanandi Shinde graduates from Singapore International School.
This young girl is passionate about football. Swanandi has participated in numerous inter-school and ISSO national level competitions. She has several offers from the UK and US to study business management. She has chosen to study at the Indiana University, Bloomington, US.
Anurit Kaur Sodhi graduates from Singapore International School.
The Southern Hemisphere interests Anurit more. She's planning to join the University of Sydney in Australia to pursue an undergrad degree in business administration. She has acceptances from Hong Kong as well.
Vishwa Sonavne graduates from Singapore International School.
A very popular student, Vishwa is an introspective and talented artist and also an expert drummer. He plans to hone his skills and study art and product design at Otis in California, USA.
Rahi Soni graduates with merit from Singapore International School and receives subject award for Mathematics Application and Interpretation Higher Level.
Our head girl Rahi Soni plans to study economics at Duke University. With stellar academic record, SAT score of 1590 out of 1600 and a flair for writing. It is no wonder that she has acceptances from some of the most selective universities in the US. She's an honest, empathetic, and genuine young girl, quite a shining star at SIS. She also has scholarships in excess of $100,000.
Namita Thakkar graduates from Singapore International School.
Namita is a coding enthusiast. She was a class topper in the Canadian computing competition held by the University of Waterloo. She plans to study computer science at the Arizona State University in US.
Zeni Udani graduates from Singapore International School.
Zeni is also keen to study computer science overseas. She's fond of coding, and girls who code tend to go a long way in their career. She has fetching offers from the top universities in UK and Australia. Her final university decision will be made in due course of time.
Reet Vagasia graduates from Singapore International School.
A skilled and trained dancer, Reet has often electrified the stage with her performances. Passionate about football, she has participated in inter-school competitions and U19 and 17 ISSO nationals, winning the Golden Glove Award as a goalkeeper. She plans to study forensic science at Penn State University.
Kian Vora graduates from Singapore International School.
A budding entrepreneur, Kian is all set to join the University of San Francisco with a scholarship of over $100,000. He plans to initiate a startup venture which will take him places in the Silicon Valley.
And finally, Zene Varsi graduates from Singapore International School.
Zene is a star on the football field and when she takes the stage for acting or her musical performances. She has represented the school in the ISSO Nationals in the U17 and U19 categories for football. To receive training in her chosen field of acting and theatre, she plans to join the Met Film School in the UK.
Listen, who's going to give these awards?
Thank you, Mr. Yogendra Kumar, Dr. Pereira, and Ms. Tandon.
The next set of awards.
We now have some special awards to present, recognizing outstanding achievements across various fields and celebrating the exceptional talents and contributions of our students. I would request Ambassador Yogendra Kumar to continue presenting these awards to the deserving students. Are you ready? So, Best All-Round Performance exhibiting the attributes of IB Learner Profile Award goes to Anshul Sheth. The award for creativity, activity, and service goes to Om Chachar. The next award is for Theory of Knowledge, and that award goes to Netra Shah. The next award is for the participation in co-curricular activities. The best co-curricular activity participation goes to Lavanya Manikan. And now, the Best Sportsperson Award in the female category goes to Zene Varsi. While she receives her award, I am going to announce the next category. The Best Sportsperson Award in the male category goes to Vedant Rawat. I'll move further. Outstanding Border Award in female category goes to Kripa Karwa. And the Outstanding Border Award in the male category goes to Arnav Hatioli. The next category of awards is presented to those candidates who have achieved the highest cumulative IB grades over 7 semesters. Upon announcement of their name, the recipients are requested to come forward to the stage to receive their awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Diya Jhawar, who has been awarded the Valedictorian Award. And our valedictorian this year is Shashwat Saraugi. Thank you, Ms. Shirley. Thank you, Ambassador Kumar. Shashwat Saraugi, the Valedictorian Award recipient and also the head prefect, will now address the audience.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, esteemed chief guest, esteemed faculty, the SLT, the teachers, and of course, parents and the graduating class of 2025. Can you have a round of applause? Too much. It's been 10 years I've been at this school, and it's difficult to summarize 10 years in one speech. I tried writing a speech today morning, yesterday evening, sent a draft to Ms. Shirley, none of it worked out. I'm deciding to wing it like I always do. And I've stood at this podium giving so many speeches for debates, for the student council, and so on and so forth, but this is the most nervous I've been because it's the last speech I give on this podium today. And there are just so many memories attached to it being the last time. It's the last time we see Krishna Bhaiya smiling at us when we leave the school. It's the last time we have to write an email for public transport. It's the last time we get to sit in Miss Shirley's cabin and just annoy her and not let her do her own work. It's the last time we ask Lama sir for a secret snack, for a little fries on the side. And it's the last time someone is complaining about our uniforms or even bothering to look at us. Because honestly, university is going to be kind of personal, going to be kind of disconnected. And that's scary because we don't know the kind of people we're going to meet there. We don't know the kind of community we're going to build over there. And that's where I realize it's not important to think about what's next, but rather to think about what's gone. We spend so much time living on autopilot. We spend so much time when we're reading a book thinking about the next book we're going to read. When we're eating our meal thinking about the next meal we're going to eat. When we're at a party thinking about the next day and thinking about the next night, that we just forget to take a breath, to pause, and maybe take a minute to realize where we have come so far. And as my parting gift to you all, that is the minute I'm going to give you all at the end of my speech, where just absolute silence, we exist for a minute in coexistence to realize where we have come today. And as Rahi said, we are, after all, this imperfect symphony. And that reminds me of nothing but like a bowl of ramen, you know? Like a bowl of ramen that is not pre-packaged, not pre-flavored, not pre-contained with all of those additives, but rather handmade, homemade, with care, that simmers in this pot of memories, that simmers in this imperfection and in this chaos, where you don't know where the egg goes with the nori, you don't know what's about to come next, but yet it is so perfect, so comforting. And that is what we are. We keep asking, why should we dwell in the past? But I ask, don't computers hold memories too? Doesn't AI hold exabytes of memories? Doesn't it analyze them? What makes us different from them is that they can't soak in the memories. They can't reminisce about them. They can't hold the feelings that come with the photos. And so, just for a minute of silence, let's think about where we are today. And that was barely 45 seconds. You see how long a minute can be if you want it to be? And that's what I want to leave you all with, the importance of a minute. And before I go, just a line of gratitude. Starting from the 3rd grade where I met Abhimanyu sir, and he kind of held our hands because we didn't know what we were doing in this new school, in this new environment. And then Miss Preeta in the IGCSE, where we just had no idea what to do with exams because we were so used to extended, applying, developing, beginning, that we were scared of that big A star in the front of our faces. And now, of course, Miss Shirley. How quickly times have changed where we used to be ushered in by Miss Preeta, now we're ushered in by Miss Shirley, and soon we won't even be ushered in because we have to just be there on ourselves. And that's just how quickly the wheel of time turns. And just so we don't forget where we come from, let me leave you with this. Don't anglicize your Hindi. Don't westernize your Diwali. Don't forget to vote. And don't let that kurta become forgotten. And don't, hopefully, leave behind the Indian in you. And when the time is right, come back. Return to the land whose salt you cherished, whose sun you soaked, whose Philoxenia and Gandhi as people surround you. Vande Mataram. We are the class of 2025, and this is us signing off. Thank you.
Shashwat, that was beautiful. Honestly, I had no other word to say. Just beautiful. Graduates, as you step out into the world, carry with you the lessons you've learned, the friendships you've built, and the memories you hold dear. You are prepared to face the future with confidence and optimism. Remember, education is not merely preparation for life. It is life itself. Continue to learn, grow, and strive to make a meaningful difference wherever your path may lead. We are immensely proud of all that you have achieved, and we extend our very best wishes for the journey ahead. I now invite Mr. Absalom Museve to propose the vote of thanks to the August gathering.
Can you hear me? Thank you. Thank you, Ina, and everyone who has been patient to be with us up to this end. I know time is running, but I'll be brief, but not short. So allow me to, first of all, take this opportunity to both honor the chief guest who has just left because he has to catch a flight very quickly, and also His Excellency, the Ambassador Yogendra Kumar, for having taken time to be with us up to this particular time. So as the IB UD head, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you given that today was a momentous occasion for the grade 12 students who have now graduated into the alumni of SIS the year 2025. So today is a celebration of achievement, of perseverance, and of growth. But none of it would have been possible without the incredible support and guidance from every corner of our SIS community. So first and foremost, in absentia though, I have my deep gratitude on behalf of the school for our chief guest, Justice C. Tucker, for taking the time to be with us and for sharing his wisdom and inspiring insights. His presence here today has added tremendous value and grace to our celebration. So thank you so much to him in absentia, but we can give a round of applause for him, even if he cannot hear us. Thank you. So to our guest of honor, His Excellency Ambassador Yogendra Kumar, thank you, sir, for your motivating presence and for honoring us with your words that have left lasting impression on our graduating students and their families. To Mr. Hada, Chairman of Board of Management, your continued leadership and support are deeply appreciated, and your belief in holistic, values-driven education shines through every aspect of our school. Thank you to Mr. Hada too. A round of applause for him. A very special thank you to Ms. Malik, our director and long-serving career college counselor. Your unwavering commitment to SIS and every student who has passed through these halls is a legacy that will echo for generations. You have won several hearts with grace and compassion, and we are so grateful to your wisdom and vision. Thank you. A round of applause to Ms. Malik. To our dear principal, Mr. Stephen Willoughby, your leadership and dedication to academic integrity and students' well-being have been deeply impacted in our journey. Thank you for everything that you have contributed to the students in this academic year. To the operations manager, Mr. Vishal, human resource manager, Mr. Shekhar, and director of admissions, Ms. Saloni, thank you for ensuring that every detail behind the scenes runs smoothly, from logistics to transitions. Your role is vital and deeply appreciated. A round of applause to the group. I would like to specially acknowledge Dr. Shali, our IB Diploma coordinator, whose passion and meticulous attention, thank you, whose passion and meticulous attention to every student's journey has been remarkable. Thank you so much, Dr. Shali. A round of applause officially for Ms. Shali. Thank you. I would also like to add at this juncture, and that this is to Ms. Vaishali, the assistant to the upper division. Thank you, Vaishali, for your tireless support and exceptional organization that has helped bring this event to life so seamlessly. Thank you so much. To Ms. Ritu, the head of career counseling, your guidance has opened doors to futures filled with promise. Thank you for supporting our students and making such life-defining decisions with confidence. Thank you. A round of applause to Ms. Ritu, and she has been a very good voice on this podium. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, to Ms. Ina, our master of ceremony. Ms. Ina, you have done a brilliant job anchoring this evening with warmth, clarity, and grace. Thank you for being the voice that carried us through this very event so eloquently. Thank you. A round of applause officially for Ms. Ina. Thank you. To our senior leadership team and outstanding faculty members, fellow teachers that is, thank you for being mentors to these young minds. You have guided them, you've been their lights, and your patience, passion, commitment have made all the difference. Thank you so much. A round of applause to our faculty members. Thank you. We are deeply grateful to our non-teaching staff the IT team, specially led by Mr. Suresh, the support staff, catering team, security personnel, the transport team, and housekeeping staff. You are the silent pillars who keep this institution like a well-oiled machine. Your efforts go unseen, but never unnoticed. A round of applause to the whole team. And before I get to our parents, I would like to thank Ronak and Timsa for their very, very impactful reflections that we have shared with us today. Thank you so much, Timsa and Ronak, for having come to share with us your reflections. We are deeply grateful. Let's clap for them officially. Thank you. And now, to the hearts behind the students' success, our dearest parents. Thank you for your unwavering belief in your children and us. Your encouragement, trust, and partnership has played a crucial role in bringing us to this day. Thank you so much, and a more serious round of applause to our parents. Thank you. Finally and not last, the graduates of IB class of 2025. I could not be prouder than this. Your resilience, intellect, and spirit have shone brightly throughout your time here. As you now step beyond these walls, carry forward the values and lessons you have gathered at SIS. The world is waiting for you, and I know you will have your mark. A round of applause to ourselves. Thank you. So I will leave you with this quote from Henry David Thoreau, who said, and I quote, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life you have imagined." With heartfelt gratitude to all, I thank you for being part of this celebration. Thank you and warmest wishes from us all. As I end, I would like now to request the graduating class to stand so that we finally do our final toast.
Turn around.
And we will have to turn around. I would like the photographer to be ready. This is your momentous occasion. And we will be tossing, we will be tossing the cape once I finish saying the statement that I'll be saying. But before you do that, I want to see whether the photographers are ready. Raise your hand, photographers, paparazzi, if you are ready. Good, thank you. So, as we come to the end, it is now my singular duty to say the following, that upon the powers conferred to me by the school administration, I hereby formally declare you graduates. You can toss the cups. Thank you, Ms. Ina. Ms. Ina, you can continue. Thank you very much for being with us.
Please remain standing. Students, please remain standing while I request the audience to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
You may all be seated. On behalf of Singapore International School, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guests for honoring us with their presence at today's graduation ceremony. I now invite our principal and upper division head to kindly escort our guest. Students, you may remain seated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your presence and enjoy the rest of your evening. Refreshments will be served in the dining area. We are excited to let you know that the photo booth is set up in the foyer area. Do stop by and capture some fun memories. The students will now exit, receiving the symbolic flame of knowledge from Mrs. Malik and Dr. Pereira. Starting from the first row, you can exit taking the symbolic flame.